driving his old Chevrolet. Shades down when we pull into town. Time for checking in, time for checking the sound. Night comes and it's time to go. All the little creatures waiting on with the show. But it's night, night, and you'll never sleep. Come inside and you'll never leave. What you find is gonna shock you now. Whoa, here come the monsters. These killers will just bury you alive. Wave off the drama when we're pulling away. Another town burning, baby, we come to play. Listen, big talk and it's all coming back. Time for fading memories, time for giving them back. Sun's up while the villains sleep. All the little devils out and counting their sheep. And it's all over and it starts again. Say goodbye to your only friends. What you find is gonna knock you down. Whoa, here come the monsters. These killers will just bury you alive. Time to run, they'll chase your pretty faces. Don't let up, they're gaining faces. Whoa, here come the monsters. Here come the monsters. These killers will just bury you alive. Time to run, they'll chase your pretty faces. Don't let up, they're gaining faces. Here come the monsters. Here come the monsters. Every day looks like more the same. Another long drive in his old Chevrolet. Shades down when we pull into town. Time for checking in, time for checking the sound. Night comes and it's time to go. All the little creatures waiting on with the show. But it's night, night, and you'll never sleep. Come inside and you'll never leave. What you find is gonna shock you now. Whoa, here come the monsters. These killers will just bury you alive. Wave off the drama when we're pulling away. Another town burning, baby, we come to play. Listen, big talk and
Ladies and gentlemen, Heather and Chris of the Gastlecast with special guest TJ DARPINO. guys, welcome. We are live yet again on another Friday evening doing an interview. I hope you're excited about it.
We are. What's really annoying is
I forgot an R. I forgot an R.
His name wrong.
Yeah, install an R in there.
Install. Okay.
Install an R. So TJ DARPINO is here. I spelled his name wrong. I usually spell everything wrong and say everything wrong. So why start doing it right now?
Yeah, I'll give you a tally for that.
Yeah, I'm getting a tally for that. So TJ DARPINO is about to come on live with us. He's big into videography, photography, and a bunch of other things. So I'm really excited to talk to him. It's something different than the other conversations we've had or interviews we've had thus far. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun for all of us. Maybe we'll learn something along the way. So I'm going to introduce TJ DARPINO, and look, his camera's huge. Hey, hold on. Let me fix your camera because the camera like blew up and you were humongous for a second. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. So TJ, I was really excited about this because
yeah, me too.
So TJ actually is a friend of ours and obviously a friend of TJ, a guy who was a part of the Funko Pop meets that we were going to.
TJ is a friend of ours and a friend of TJ?
Oh no, I'm talking about Mark. That's what I meant.
Oh,
yeah,
I was really confused. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so Mark, good guy who he actually sells a lot of Funko Pops and mystery minis and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really good guy. And he walked up to me one day at one of the meets, and he had mentioned something about TJ, and that TJ was in the videography and filming and all that kind of jazz. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then he was talking about a podcast that I think you guys were doing, something like that. I'm not sure. Were you a part of that?
Yeah, well, he was doing a horror podcast.
Okay.
And then him and I decided that we were going to start doing a YouTube channel on our own. But we're still in the process of getting that all kind of set up and everything. We haven't actually started that yet. So. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, he had mentioned it, and he also mentioned that either you or him or somebody was trying to get into the YouTube realm, and asked me, was it okay to reach out to if there were any questions? Not that I'm like the master of all of YouTube, but I do know a thing or two now, having gone through the ups and downs.
It's definitely a massive beast, and
yes, it is.
Any bit of experience that you can have is
absolutely.
Amazing.
I totally agree. Because I know for a fact when I first started getting into all this, Heather and I watched tirelessly YouTube videos on how to set things up and what to buy and all that kind of stuff. And they came in really, really handy because we didn't know a lot of people close by, like close friends. They weren't really into any of this stuff. So we kind of had to learn from scratch on our own.
And by we, you mean you.
Well, yeah, me. There's mic feedback. Hold on, I'll turn it down a little bit. You'll have to let me know if there's any feedback now. So TJ, give us a little idea of you, maybe a little bit of your background, and a little bit about your YouTube channel.
Sure. Yeah, I actually so I started photography in high school, and back then it was I don't know, early 2000s. So photography was kind of basically just you do weddings and that was it. There was really no other way to do any other photography, it seemed like at that point.
Right.
So I was always into it, and I kind of got out of it a little bit after high school, doing the whole job thing. Then I got back into it again, and once again, it was a couple years after high school, and it was only wedding photography. And I was at that point, I was so romantic about what it is I was actually going to do as a photographer. I was like, oh, I can only do cool stuff. I got to do landscapes and rock concerts. I'm not doing weddings. And then just recently, before I got into this career path, I was a realtor. And so I decided to start doing video marketing for myself. And I started putting out videos, and everyone was like, oh my God, I love your video. Because I've been in the realm for so long, I understood what I was doing. So I was already putting out good work. And people were like, I'll pay you to do this. And then another person called me and was like, hey, I'll pay you to do a video for me. And then I started the gears started turning a little bit. So I was
That's awesome.
You know what? Maybe I'll give this a whirl. And I've officially been in business for 6 months, and I completely quit real estate entirely. So I'm
wow,
so happily done with that part of my life. It's it was one of those parts of my life that I was just I could never fit in because that's not my thing. You know, and I've always
Right.
been into like the creative aspect. I've played in bands and I've done photography and I went to school for graphic design. So I was like, I've always like danced around this, and finally with like social media and everything, like it's become like a good platform to actually make money. So
That's awesome. So you're
now I'm
doing
here.
what you love.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's
Finally.
awesome.
Finally.
So are you getting focused on doing more weddings and things? Because I did notice that you were posting a little bit more about the wedding stuff and photography and all that. Is that what you're getting into?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing more weddings because I've booked a couple for this year already. I think I'm at like 5 or 6 for this year already.
Wow.
Nice.
I really enjoy it actually. Like I thought that it was going to be kind of like this like stressful situation, but it's so like freeing. Like it's you have an artistic direction that you can just take all on your own, and it's just like I don't know. It was so much fun for me to like be a part of somebody's special day and kind of just I don't know, just provide that for them.
That's cool.
And have them reach out to you afterwards and say, "Oh my God, I watched it and I cried." That was like the ultimate for me. I was like, this is amazing. I love that, and I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm definitely going to be pushing that side of it a little bit more. And I'm also doing a lot of like real estate stuff, and I do social media management for some companies. Yeah, so I mean, anything that comes my way at this point. Just
That's cool. Did you ever get into like film at any point in your career or life, like local stuff?
The only filming stuff that I've gotten into is actually like special effects. There was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I decided to get into special effects, like just self-taught. I was, I always enjoyed Halloween, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna start taking this serious. And I was like this close to like moving to LA and like going to cinema makeup school and like committing my whole life to it. And
Wow.
then my wife and I, we kind of, decided to have a kid, so we didn't do that.
Yeah, that stopped everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So you're the special effects stuff. Do you dabble in that even today on your own? Is that something that you like to do every once in a while?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mark actually owns an effects studio, and actually just recently he was like, hey, we should partner up and kind of do this together. So this year, I'm sure, because the holidays and all this stuff that's been going on has just kind of been crazy. I'm sure this year we're probably going to be doing a lot more. He does a lot of like zombie walks.
Oh, okay.
Just random events and stuff like that. We're supposed to be filming. Did you hear the movie Territory that Mark did?
Yeah. In fact,
So-
I met some of the guys behind it at the Monster Mania show.
Yeah, Kevin and all them guys.
Yeah.
They're really good guys.
Yeah, they seem
so
like it.
I helped them out on the first one. I was kind of like a second hand, and then on the second film, I actually did like on the set special effects for like 2 of the actual like mini films within the film.
Oh,
If
cool.
that makes sense.
So let's actually touch on that a little bit. So Territory is a film. It's Maryland, right? So it's based in
Yes.
Maryland.
Yeah.
There are horror films based in Maryland that you can
Yep.
for a while you could actually watch them on Amazon for free, but now I think you have to pay for them again.
I believe so. Yeah, there's something crazy going on with Amazon. Kevin's been posting about it like crazy. Kevin's the director of the movie. I don't know what's going on with Amazon, but apparently it's a mess.
Oh no.
But I think you can still watch it on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's free or not anymore. I don't think it is though.
So is he working? He's now working on another one, right? Because from what Mark explained to me, it's a movie that they would work on and off just when they had free time, right?
Yes. Yeah. The first one was like a very, very long process, and the second one, because they actually made a very good. It was a very good feedback. Like they had a lot of watch time. They had a lot of views on the video, like on Amazon. So the second one, they doubled their budget. They went all out, and they did it really big. If you can watch the 2 of them and tell like the second one, was just all out, like production value up big time. And then the third one, Kevin, who directed the first and the second one, he's kind of he's not sure. I don't think he's getting involved in it. So Mark is taking over a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably going to be more of like when we get time and when we have the budget, we're probably going to work on it. I'll probably dabble a little bit more in actually the filming side of it this time as well.
Cool.
and then yeah, we'll just take it from there.
Yeah, I told Mark, I said, if you ever need any extras or anything, let me know, because I would love to be a part of something like that. That would be cool. I'd love just to show up to
some extras coming up.
I would just love to see how filming and everything goes. I would just like to be there for like an hour just to see how it actually works in person.
Not glorious.
I bet it's not, but I always wanted to kind of see what it's like to be behind the camera.
Yeah, it was funny because Mark, because I was the same way. I was like, dude, like I do special effects and like I was like, dude, I'd love to be on set. Like if you have like you need an extra hand, like take me. And he like the whole time he went to the first one and he was like, I told you, man, it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm like 8 hours in, like it was literally like 9 o'clock at night till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I love this. I love every second of this. It's amazing. He's like, it's boring, isn't it? I'm like, no, this is amazing. I love it. Like that was just like in my element. I'm like, I want to keep doing this forever. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Well, so I mean, I don't know. Is it something that you'd eventually like to do? Like, say, I don't know, you have like a passion project or just like a project you work on?
Yeah, for sure. That's actually one of the things that Mark and I have been talking about. We originally started because obviously I do kind of the videography tutorials or the photography tutorials.
Yeah, and we'll get into that too.
Yeah, I kind of got started on that because I just wanted to do something. I've been wanting to do something, and I was like, if I just sit around trying to wait for the perfect idea, I'm just never going to do anything. So I just started posting videos. So I'm just going to keep going with that as much as I can. But Mark and I, we're really going to start trying to do like short films, like short horror films, and just posting them on YouTube. And then maybe having like a behind the scenes of how we shot the entire short film.
Yes.
And go back and forth between the two of them.
He explained that to me. And he explained the idea. And so the idea sort of was the short film, and then it would, I guess, I don't know if it was another film or it would be behind the film or before it, but it would show how some of the special effects and things were done. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we kind of want to make it so that, one, it's entertaining, obviously, because of doing a film, we're trying to tell stories.
Sure.
So that's like my passionate part. And then the part for the viewers would be kind of like being able to kind of learn more of the indie style, budget filmmaking, where, you don't have anything and you just need to go to Party City and find something. How can you make it look good?
Sure.
And not, terrible.
Yeah, I thought the idea of showing the film and then the behind the scenes and how it's done was brilliant because, me especially, I would say maybe people that are more like me, when I watch a movie, I always like to watch the behind the scenes kind of action and what took place during the film and stuff. I find that sometimes to be more interesting than the film itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible because you see these films and, they I don't know, nowadays, I guess the average is like 2 hours or so for a movie. And it's amazing what goes into these films, like with these big budget films. I mean, it's like, $100 million and months and months and months and months and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people involved.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's just insane. And then to me, being able to see just the indie side of it, where it's like 8 people in the middle of the woods, like literally like in the middle of the woods. Like if you don't have a light with you, you don't see anything. It's that in the middle of the woods. And even that is still like just an amazing process to like, it's like, it could be overwhelming. Like it's just, take after take after take after take. And it's just crazy. And I think it is entertaining to kind of see like how much work goes into something like that. Because I think you can kind of empathize a little bit more with the actual storytellers, the filmmakers who are actually making it. And, seeing what they were thinking when they were trying to shoot this scene or something like that. Like, it's so easy to judge from the outside, like, this is just terrible. But, like, people are jaded, so everybody likes to,
Yeah, I mean, on paper, sometimes things sound good, and when you finally get out there, it was literally only good on paper.
Right.
And additionally, if you get out there or you're starting the film and something doesn't work out properly, like similar to the shark in Jaws, they had a huge issue with the shark in Jaws.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't see a lot of the shark apparently in that film. That part of the story is always interesting to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So to dive a little deep into your channel, so your channel is basically tutorials on how to film and how to take photos and things. I've literally watched every single one of them. I've actually watched a couple of them more than one time.
Nice.
Which because I find them very interesting, and actually I found some of the phone using your phone to get certain looks was interesting. In fact, you in your video kind of showed me that there are some other apps out there to kind of look into, and I actually took your advice on that. So I'd like to know what made you think to do this, number one. And number two, where do you see this going? Like where do you see this growing into?
So I kind of got into it. I mean, there are literally like hundreds of people who do like videography and photography tutorials on YouTube, and many of them are far, far, far better than I am. But I decided that I was just going to try and put my own flair into it and kind of just, I don't know, be myself, and hopefully people would, kind of connect with me as opposed to just less about the actual material. Like, obviously I want to put out good material, but I was hoping to just connect with people, on a different level.
Sure.
So that's kind of why I got it. I honestly just do this because I love it. Like, that's really the only reason.
That's awesome.
I didn't have any intentions, and I really don't have any intentions on like what it's going to become yet. Like, I'm just not sure. If it became, something big, that would be amazing. If it doesn't, I enjoy doing it. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the fun in it. Yeah, I know. I can live with you there, and maybe not Heather so much sometimes, but with our channel, I love doing what we do. It's interesting because when we record, we do not read off any cue cards. Anything that you see in our video where we're being funny or anything like that is literally off the top of our head instantly. And we record sometimes 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And I have to cut that down into 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So what's cool about that is that in 45 minutes, you can be kind of funny, like maybe 4 times. I can cut all of those funny parts down to that 5 minutes, and it's a beautiful video.
Yeah, it makes it seem like we're funny all the time, but we're not.
You're right, exactly. We're not funny at all.
Start a stand-up channel.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's our own stage.
People would harm themselves over that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny.
So when we sit down and record, we have a general idea, like, okay, we're gonna review this pop or this set, and we don't really talk about it much before. So when we're sitting here, we're like, okay, what can we say? Like,
yep.
So half of what he cuts out is like, okay, do you want to pull something else into this, or do you want to talk about this, or Heather, can you like pick up the volume a little bit because you're too quiet? Like,
yeah. That was actually one of the videos I did was like how to get over camera fear, and one of the tips I had in that was actually to not go off of a script, because I feel like when you use a script, if you're not like a talented actor or you're used to reading off of a script, it can come off as so like robotic and kind of like just like hi guys, this is my tutorial and this is what I'm gonna do. Like
the reading off the teleprompter.
Right, exactly.
What have we done that for? We gave each other lines for.
We did lines for. There was a video that we did.
Is it the like little intro video we have on our channel?
There was one like that, but we had one where there was a little boy that was ill, and we were trying to help raise money for his. I don't. Was it for? I guess it was just for his medical bills or something.
Yeah,
something. I didn't know if it was that
in general.
or. Yeah, it was in general.
Yeah, they were having a.
But we had to. One, it had to be very serious because we know that's not funny, right? So it had to be serious. So I wanted to make sure that we did sort of have a script in place,
right?
So we didn't like stumble around all over the place. But that actually came out to halfway decent.
It did, but that like recording from like a script and remembering all these things was like so hard. I can't even tell you how many times we recorded. It was ridiculous.
It was really tough. It really was.
It is. It's really tough.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. I was about to say, was there another video we did the same thing for? I can't remember. But all I can tell you is that when we go just bouncing back off and forth of each other, it's great. Now, sometimes it might end in a huge fight where Heather stomps her way up the stairs. That's happened a few times.
No, there was. I think
where she screams at me expletives. She threw something once.
At him.
She did throw something.
What did I throw?
Huh? You threw something.
You're
I don't remember.
lying. You are so
you know what?
lying. I don't throw things.
Whatever she threw, it was really hard because I don't remember it.
Sometimes I get really mad at him and I'll like knock his hat off, and I'm just like there,
oh, that's the ultimate though. That's the ultimate. When somebody knocks your hat off, it's just like, oh, okay, all right, we're doing that now. Okay.
What you guys don't know is I'm being abused. Help me. Yeah. So where do you see your channel going into the future? I mean, are you now like kind of coming up with ideas and the next video is going to be this? Is it going to be grander? Is it going to be a longer video? Do you want to keep them short? I kind of like how short they are.
It's funny because the one video on my channel that's literally destroying every other video on my entire channel. And I don't know if it has to do with titling or if it has to do with the tags I use or just the right time I uploaded it or whatever, but literally like 600 some views to like 60. Like the other top video is like 60 views. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then this one's like 600 something.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm like, why is this one so much better? And I feel like it's because it's like the phone oriented one, the one where I did like a cinematic kind of, video on your phone, how to get cinematic video on your phone. I feel like there's a lot of people that are more like, everydayers who are trying to learn a little bit more about how to do that type of stuff. Like whether it's they want to film their dog in a cinematic way or something like that. Like
absolutely.
I've had people ask me like, my dog, like, he's getting up there in age and I really want to put together a video for him, when he passed away, so I have it. And I'm like, that might be like kind of where I go, is kind of coming up with like, how do you do cool things with your phone, basically? Like maybe how do you edit an entire video on your phone, or how do you, film an entire like dialogue scene with your phone? Like just basically, I'm thinking about almost like just doubling down on like iPhone videography or photography. So
yeah, no, I think that's a great idea, because that is something that I was interested in. As soon as I saw the title, I was interested. I wanted to click it and see what you were going to talk about, and the video was brilliant. It was great. It was easy to understand, and you were kind of showing settings and different things in there. I thought it was a great video, and I'm not surprised it has 600 views. But if you continue to put out content like that, your views are going to be out of control, like completely out of control. It's going to be awesome.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, man. I know. I think what you're doing is great, and we found that the longer our videos are, now some people have said to us that they love longer videos.
Yeah.
But more or less, we try to make them smaller and condensed because, personally, I don't like to sit down and watch a long video. Now I will lately because lately when I come home from work, I'll throw the TV on, and the TV literally is like a multimedia thing, so it's only apps and stuff. Right. So I typically throw on YouTube and I watch like amusement park videos where it's like amusement park rides that have shut down and like the history of them. There's one channel called Defunct Land, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I watch those, and those can be like 20 to 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
But if it's certain things like Funko Pops and stuff, if I see a video for Funko Pops that's 45 minutes long, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to watch 45 minutes of Funko Pop stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just not. And so if it's 5 to 10 minutes, I'm in, totally in.
Yeah. Depending on your content, man, it's like, people have ADD as it is already. So it's like they're ready to click off your video instantly. Like, if you don't keep them entertained for every second of that entire video, like, they're going to click off. So that's why I decided to make my videos a lot shorter, because it was like, I'm hopefully just giving you, tips the entire time, where it's driving the story the entire time and not just like downtime where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not, Logan Paul or whatever that guy's name is. Like,
who is it?
Logan Paul or whatever that guy's name
was.
Got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
It's like people don't, not to sound, mean or anything, but people don't really care, like, who I am yet. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
So, like, for them to see, like, a vlog of my life, I'm just like,
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, you have to find your niche first, and then you have to find your audience. But with videos, your videos as an example, I thought they were good as long as they were, but honestly, I don't think it really matters for you how long the videos are, because you are teaching and showing people how to do things. So as long as that teaching and showing people how to do things takes, that's fine. Condensing it is always good, but longer videos for you would be probably better than it would be for us, because where our audience typically comes from our live videos, like this one. This is where people, they seem to like this more than our regular videos sometimes, which is, I find it interesting. But I think what it is that people like to connect with us, and people like to talk to Heather and I. I think they like to talk to Heather because Heather is fine and sexy and hot, but they like to talk to me because I'm dull, and they like to watch a dull person with a hot girl. Who doesn't like to see that?
Weird.
Right?
No.
So dun, 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 it's the random 3 questions time, and then we'll get back into the regular flow. And because I always like to come up with 3 random questions. Well, last week Heather came up with 3, and they were horrible.
No, I thought they were good.
They were horrible.
It's not my fault that you're stupid and don't know answers.
They were really, really bad. They were really, really bad. And I'm glad that this time I actually selected the questions because they are good. I might be dull, but I know how to pick questions. I mean, pick questions. We'll get to that. Okay. Heather's writing me notes. She's sliding them to me. One was, do you love me? Yes.
Check yes or no.
So, 3 questions. Number 1, in 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for?
Oh my God, nostalgic.
Yeah.
Good Lord. 40 years.
40 years.
40 years ago, let's see, what was nostalgic 40 years ago about this?
40 years ago, what was nostalgic then? That's a good question. 40 years ago, I guess Star Wars wouldn't have been nostalgic yet.
Close.
It was
probably Humphrey Bogart. What would
I'm gonna say
the Civil War.
Yeah,
that's a horrible answer.
Yeah, that's pretty effed up.
That's a weird question, because I always think about that to myself. I'm like, what is like going to be legendary from this time? Like, because you don't really know it's legendary until like it's just legendary one day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, one day it was just like Power Rangers is the best. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I was like, when I grew up finally, I was like, oh my God, Power Rangers was like the best thing that ever happened to me when I was a little kid.
Yes, exactly. Like, it all came at the right time.
What happened? What's happening now? I don't know. Like How I Met Your Mother or something. People are gonna watch that like they watch How I Love Lucy, or
Yeah,
Lucy.
Right.
I have no idea. Like
the classic sitcom.
Right.
I think people will still be nostalgic for Star Wars. I think Star Wars will continue its deal, and people are gonna be in love with it. Even though 8 was horrible. Let's get real for a second. 8 was horrible. I think people will be nostalgic for the Marvel movies, because Marvel probably at that time,
I can see that.
the Marvel run will probably be over, and then they'll probably revamp it about 100 times over. But I think Marvel will always be there. But I'm trying to think of things that right now are out, and people. It's definitely not going to be Baby Shark.
Oh God!
I've never even seen.
Please
that.
no.
You don't know what Baby Shark is?
I know what it is, the gist of it, but I've never seen it.
No, it's like that song where they're doing this. They do this.
Do yourself a favor and avoid it like you have been.
I have.
Like the plague.
I did. I did not search it on purpose.
Oh, Funko Pops. People will be nostalgic for Funko Pops.
Oh yeah, probably.
Unless they continue on with Funko
Even then,
Pops.
I still think people will be nostalgic for it. I mean, because there's a lot of toys from 80s and 90s that are still kind of out, but people are still nostalgic for that era of the Pops or of the toys,
Right. Well, I mean, if you really think about it, right? So we talked about 40 years ago what was nostalgic. I don't think nostalgia happened until right around the 80s happened. So when the 80s occurred, I think nostalgia kind of really started popping out like the late 90s and early 2000s. I think that was the real deal. If I thought about nostalgia before that, it probably would be the 50s, because people seem to flock to the 50s. I go to these car shows, and there's old people everywhere with their old cars, and they're blaring 50s music.
Yeah.
Now that's nostalgic.
That is super nostalgic.
60s, no, 50s music. No, it's like the Elvis stuff. They're not playing the Beatles out there. What are you, out of your mind? You been to a car show? What are you talking about?
There's some good music from the 60s
There
that
is,
isn't classified as 60s
but I'm talking
music.
about the classic, like, rock and roll stuff that
I'm rock and roll.
Listen, let me tell you something. No, you're not. Okay? Let's get real here for a second. What do you think will be nostalgic in 40 years from now?
Oh, God. That's a good question.
You don't know.
A good question.
Can you be...
It's so tough.
Can you be nostalgic for Breaking Bad? Can you feel
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go with that because that's like my
Netflix might
favorite
be
thing
nostalgic.
ever.
Yeah, Netflix. That's right. Who knows if it's still around?
Yeah.
No, I've heard of people already canceling their Netflix. I think Netflix is gonna be like
No, there's no way. Let me tell you right now.
They've already weaved their way into everyone's life. It's like you can't.
I don't know.
Their content is excellent. 13 Reasons Why is the best thing ever, and don't judge me.
It's amazing.
You watch it too?
Storytelling is just amazing.
Yeah, it's an excellent TV show.
It's really awkward to explain to other people who are like older because they're like, "Why are you watching a show about a girl who killed herself?"
Right.
And I'm like, "But it's not like
you don't
just
get
that.
it."
It makes me sound like dark and creepy,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm not. It's just a good show.
For some reason, I always gravitate towards television shows that have a sort of time travel key to it. Not saying that movie has actual time travel DeLorean, but it goes back in their time, and it's like, before this happened, is this.
Right. Yeah,
That's what I always
tells
like.
You the end product and then explains the story.
Exactly. And you find out little bits and pieces as you go along. That's what makes those shows awesome.
That's my favorite. That's why you would like The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh my God, you haven't seen that yet?
I haven't watched it.
No,
Heather watched it.
Oh man, you got to get on that.
Really, it's good.
Yeah,
I told him this. Yeah. He won't listen
really
to
good.
me.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And my favorite thing is when, like, you start off and you think you know things, and as you get deeper into it, you're learning more and more. That last episode, like, tied so much together. I was like, holy crap. It's like Harry Potter. Because are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What was it gonna? Was that gonna change everything?
Yes.
Oh,
because
good.
At least someone that I'm talking to right now will understand, because he doesn't.
We can just end this now.
Well, if he said no, you would just take the mouse and go, streaming over.
Yes.
Out.
What's that? I'm getting a bit of static. I can't quite. Sorry.
Heather threw a chair. So it's like Harry Potter.
Yeah. So as you're reading the books, with each book, there's stuff pieced together that you don't really quite realize. Like, especially The Prisoner of Azkaban. Hermione, they keep commenting on how she's she was just all the way over there, but she made it to here before everybody else. How did she do that? And then at the end, they're like, oh, well, she's using a time turner. And then it's like, oh my God, how did I not see that?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't follow anything you just said.
But then the best thing about that series is that you go all the way through, right? You read these 7 books or watch these 7 movies, and at the very end, like Deathly Hallows, they tie so much together in that. Like, you already were mind blown with each like little snippet.
Right.
And then by the end, you were just like, holy crap, how did she do that?
Yeah, it's incredible to me that, like, the storytelling, being able to drive 7 movies worth of, a story basically,
right,
and still have questions in the end that get solved. Like, that's just incredible. Like, most people just always think about something like linear, like this is beginning, this is end, this is beginning, this is end, this is beginning, this is end. But they're just like, no, this is the beginning of this, and this is the end of this. But there's all this other crap that's going on.
Right.
We'll tell you at some point. We'll get there. But
that's cool. Well, it
Amazing.
makes you hang in there and want to know what's next. And
yeah.
13 Reasons Why, man, I should be getting paid for this. Does exactly the same thing, and it's awesome. But you know what's
by Netflix.
right. You know what series doesn't do any of that, answer any questions, but just raises a lot of questions? Lost. If you've ever watched Lost, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. My wife decided to binge the entire thing without me, so I was like, well, I'm not doing it now, so there goes that idea.
My favorite was there was a interview with the people who made Lost, and the person interviewing asked the question, are they in purgatory? Did they already all die? And they said, absolutely not. That is not what happened. No way. Our story's way different. And then at the end, they were in purgatory the whole time. They were all dead.
Right.
That was like it was like the biggest joke ever. Okay. Second question. Can you believe we've only gone through one question?
Wow.
Huh?
That's pretty good.
Second question. This is about to blow your socks off, right? Don't look at the question. I know it's gonna. Listen, this question might not sit well with everybody.
Your mom is gonna be so mad at you right now.
Yeah,
she hates when he talks about this.
I used to burp all the time, like just burp while we're doing this, because it was fun for me, not really for the audience. My mother used to call me and say, "What are you doing on there? Why are you doing all the burp? You're embarrassing me in front of all my friends." And I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know my mom's friends were watching this." So, with that in mind, question 2. Where's the strangest place you've urinated or defecated? I thought that was a great question.
I have 2 answers.
It's interesting.
You have.
Oh no, I might have 3.
You have 3 answers? What are you doing, you animal?
A lot.
Okay.
Okay, remember what you just said.
You're an animal.
Okay, just remember that.
Okay.
Put that in here.
So who wants to start this Russian roulette?
I think TJ wants to.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to or not. I mean, I don't know about me personally. I can't really recall like a time where I was like, man, that was strange or whatever. But I know I've done it. You know, there's been a lot of times where I've been drinking and I'm sure something has happened. But I have a quick story, though, about when I was in the band, when I was like 18, 19 years old. We had a show at, I don't know if you guys remember Fletcher's down in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
We had a show at Fletcher's, and we had to go pick up all of our equipment. And like midway there, like we're in Baltimore, and the drummer lived in Pasadena, and that's where we had to go pick up all the equipment. The other guitar player was with me, and he was just like, oh, like, dude, this is like, it's gonna happen like now. Like, I'm like, just, you have to make it at least to the, let's get there. You know what I mean? So we get there, and he lives in Pasadena, so there's like nothing around. Like once you get to that house, like you got a good solid 20 minutes before you get to another place. So we get there, and he's like, dude, I'm done. Like, this is it. He was literally to the point where he was like, well, let me tell you what happened, actually. The doors are locked, so we can't get into the house. He's like sweating. He's one of them guys that get like sweats. You know what I mean? He just starts sweating. And he's like, dude, do you think they'll be pissed if I like take the door off the hinges or something? He's like, I'll put it back on. Like, he's like, seriously, man, I have to go like now. And all I can remember is that he disappears, and I'm just like, walking into the front yard or whatever, calling Kenny, our drummer, and like, dude, like, when are you gonna be home? And then I go back to the backyard, and all I can see is like a bush and his head, and he's just like over top of the bush.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you're not doing that right there. He's like, I had to, man. It's like,
I had no choice.
The funniest thing I've ever seen is going in the backyard, just seeing my friend's eyes just above the bush, just like, oh.
Oh my god.
I have
That's
two.
ridiculous.
I have 2 stories.
Hold on. With that, I have a question about that. What was your band's name?
We were called Black Day 7 at the time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm always interested in band names.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It's weird
That
how
is-
we got
that's
that
weird.
name, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we were called like Shift or something like that before that. And then we got literally 1,000 CDs printed up from a CD company. Like, we put the order in, and the same day a company, like another band was like, we have this name trademarked. Like, you guys need to stop using that name. We were like, what are we supposed to do? Like, we just ordered 1,000 CDs. And we were like, we got to come up with a new name like now so we can change the entire design and send it back to them. And hopefully they didn't start printing anything yet. And somebody was like, how about Black Day 7? Like, I was like, what the heck does that even mean? Like, I don't know. It sounds cool. We're like, all right, go with it.
Why not? So, my first story isn't me. We were coming back from Baltimore one night, and a bunch of my friends are in the car, and the one guy yells, I need to stop, I need to stop. Stop the car on the side of 97. Buddy gets out of the car. He goes down. He's at the median. He has to pee. I ran up and pushed him as hard as I could. He fell in his own pee. That was the first story. That happened once. And then the other thing that happened to me, I sleepwalked. I opened my drawer with my clothing in it, and I peed in it, and then closed the drawer, and then all the urine fell in throughout all of my drawers in my in my little thing there.
Yeah, and you also did it in the nightstand. And you also did it on the bed.
But that's how I party.
Yeah, so those two last ones that I just said happened while we were together and like while I was there. And the funniest one was when he went like in the bed, like he was like really like had a good time the night before. And I wake up, and he's posed like a Greek statue. Like, he sort of has his hand like this, and, like, I don't know if you can see, but, like, his legs up here like this. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, it was, like, 3 or 4 in the morning, and I looked over, and I was like, WTF? And I go to nudge him, and I felt wet on the bed, and I was like, oh my god, is he okay? And I felt his head, because I was like, he's sweating really bad. Like, does he have a fever? No. He peed the bed, and he has this thing where, like, he doesn't like wet in the bed.
Hold on for a second. I am really, I picked a bad question.
Yeah.
I feel very sorry that I ever picked this question now. Go ahead.
So, he has a weird thing about, like, wetness in the bed.
I don't like wetness in the bed. I don't like crumbs in the bed. I don't like food in the bed. I don't like any of that stuff. Even if Heather has a cold water and lays it next to her for like 2 seconds, and I happen to know it's there, I'm gonna lose it.
He really will. I can't go to bed. Like, if my hair is like the slightest bit damp, I have to go and dry it because I cannot go to bed with wet hair with him. So he was posed like that because he didn't want, like, even though he was sleeping, he knew it was there.
Oh, subconsciously he just kind of like.
Yeah.
Maneuvered his way around it.
Somehow my legs were hovering. The bottom part of my body was laying on the bed, but my legs were up real high. I don't know how I did that.
So weird.
I look like a gymnast. Well, then tell your story, lady.
Oh, these will top everything. But
they're gonna top everything.
But 2 of the 3, I was a little kid. So, like,
I don't know if I want to hear about your little kid crap.
I don't know.
Literally.
No, yeah, one is actually.
Oh, Heather, you got to take us down this road. Can you just tell us about an adult one?
One is something that almost happened. I had been drinking. This was way back when I.
Most of these stories seem to be like, I had been drinking. There.
Yes, I feel like that's when people.
So, by the way, Heather doesn't drink at all. She drinks nothing, nothing. She only drinks water, and she gets drunk off water and passes out all the time.
Yeah. I do. I drink water. I drink a cup of coffee in the morning, and I just had some tea. But yeah, water for the most part. I drink sometimes.
Okay, go ahead.
Drink on New
We
Year's.
do have one more question. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I was drinking one night, and I was, like, really drinking. Like, bad.
Okay.
And I went up to... So, it was really weird. My friend had this house, but he had this, like, separate basement.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. Like, I don't even know how it worked. Like, I sort of want to ask him about it now. But it was, like, this basement area that you entered through, like, the side of the house. So, that's where we partied. But then there was a house above. And the toilet was, like, clogged and overflowing or something. And I was like, well, I just really have to pee. And they were like, yeah, we can't eat, like, we can't flush it. So I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what? I have napkins in my car. Don't ask me why I have napkins. Okay, I'll answer. One of my dad's friends gave him, like, packs of napkins from Giant that were, like, this big.
Mm-hmm.
With, like, I guess that's, like, 250, 300 count. I don't even remember. But he gave him, like, 100 packs of those.
Oh, my God.
So wow. I just carried around a couple napkins in my car for a while.
Wow.
But I knew that I had napkins in my car, so I was, like, going to my car, not to go and drive, obviously, just to, like, pee by my car and use the napkins. So I get to my car.
Can you be any more disgusting, Heather?
I get to my car, and I go to open my back door, and I realized I can't, and I was like, what? And I looked, and my window shattered in my back seat. There was a dent, like probably a good 6 inches
deep in my car. Your window shattered?
Mm-hmm. Someone had backed their car up into my car and then driven away.
Oh, no.
So my car was, like, I couldn't open my back seat, and then I went to open the front passenger side, and that was dented in, and I couldn't get that open. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding. So here I am. I was like 18 years old, okay? Underage drinking, number one. Number two, why am I going into my car? The first question is, oh, well, were you going to drive it? No, I just really had to pee, and I have napkins in there. So I called my dad, and I was like, I had to have been, like, obviously slurring. Like, I was really bad off.
You're blasted.
Yeah. So I called my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I don't know what to do. Someone hit my car. And he's like, well, you got to call the cops. And I was like, I'm not really in the position to do that right now.
Worse, yeah.
So I ended up calling the cops, and my dad had been at the bar, and he came over, but my dad doesn't drink and drive. He had, like, maybe one beer or something, but I'll get to that in a second. So he had been at the bar. He comes to, like, figure out where I'm at. He arrives, like, shortly after the cops do. The cops don't have their headlights on. Like, they have the weird, like, light by their mirror shining, looking for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are they being so discreet about this? Like, it was really, like, they knew that I was underage drinking.
Right. Okay.
I wish I had that 911 tape.
So what happened?
I bet it's
wow,
hilarious.
This story's dragging on forever. Are we going to be here tomorrow too, or what?
I know. But I feel like I have to get all the details out.
I don't think so.
So they get there, they ask me, they're like, why were you going to your car? And I was like, oh, I knew this was going to come up. I really have to pee. The toilet's broken. I have napkins in here. I was just trying to get napkins.
I have napkins.
So I could go in the woods.
Why'd you have to tell me you had napkins?
I have napkins.
Yeah, like, why'd you have to disclose that you had napkins?
Because
I have a Costco-sized bag of napkins inside of my car.
Let me
the cop's just like, guys, don't worry about it. She's got napkins. We can get napkins.
Yeah, she's good for the night.
Why would I be going to my car to pee? Because I had napkins there. Like, if I didn't need a napkin, then I would have used a freaking bush like TJ's friend.
Good explanation.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
So it's like, I have napkins over here, and they like, sort of were like, okay, so you weren't gonna drive?
Mm-hmm.
So, I explained that, and then at one point, they sort of walk away. And I think they were talking about, like, okay, this girl's under 18. I mean, under 21.
Had you peed yet?
No.
Oh, you still have to go?
This girl's under 21. What are we gonna do? Blah, blah, blah. And they were probably like, well, we feel really bad for her. I mean, she's just drunk, and she's safe. She wasn't driving, so, you know, not too huge. Like, I think they were having some weird conversation.
Sure.
So at one point, one of my friends was with me. At one point, I was like, man, I still really have to pee. And I start to undo, like, my pants.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend's like, Heather, do not do that here. I said, they're over there. And he was like, no, do not do that here. And I was like, but I really have to, like, you don't understand. And finally, he talked me out of it.
Oh.
And then my dad comes which would have been a disaster. My dad comes.
Yeah, because you could have got public urination. You've been in trouble.
Public? Oh, is that like a thing?
You're outside?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's public urination. You would have got hit on that.
What about TJ's friend who pooped behind a bush?
Huh? Well, nobody was there to find it. There was no cop with a big light, Heather.
Yeah.
There was no helicopter flying overhead.
So my dad gets
And
there.
he didn't have napkins, so.
Yeah, he needed that Costco napkin.
The best part of the story is he arrived.
There's the best part of the story? Go ahead.
Yeah, he arrives. And he like, I saw him go like this. And he goes up to the cops and he's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm her dad. She just woke us up with this." And I was like, "No, I didn't. You were at the bar."
Oh, you idiot. Why? How old were you?
I was like 18.
Well, but even at 18, I mean, how stupid can you be?
I was really.
All right, so let's fast forward to where it ends. Where does this story end?
I never peed in front of the cops.
Bro, oh my God, we went through all that for no real peeing? Are you kidding me? Okay.
So the other two stories I have.
No, we're going on to question 3.
No.
I cannot
Okay,
handle.
I'll give you one.
I cannot
I'll give you
handle
one.
2 more of those stories.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
I was like 4 years old and I peed in the cat's litter box.
Oh, okay. Let's question 3.
Good.
Don't ask me why.
That was. We have no questions. There are no questions. Why did you pee in the cat's litter? No, I'm not doing that.
No,
Okay.
I was 4. I wanted to know what it was like to be a cat. I don't know.
And now today she sort of hates cats. Okay, number 3. If you could ask your pet 3 questions, what would they be?
My
TJ,
pet?
you go first because we know Titanic story over here. We're going to be sitting here for a while.
If I could ask my pet 3 questions.
Wait, what kind of pet do you have?
We have 2 cats.
Okay.
My man.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Both of them were just kind of like, here you go, have these cats. All right, sure.
That's how the worst one that we own was.
He's like a cat pawn shop. but there's nothing in return.
I'd probably ask him, why are you such a douche, for one? Because
Good question.
The dude one, he's just a big douche. The girl, I don't know, man. I don't even think I would tempt her with a question because I feel like she would I don't know. She's like a Russian assassin or something like that. Like she'd probably just poison dart me as soon as I asked her or something. Like
she's doing secret agent stuff behind your back. You don't know about it.
I don't trust her at all, so I wouldn't even ask her a question.
She's hardcore.
Man, I got nothing else, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'd ask them.
So we have a cat named Bam here who weighs upwards of 30 pounds. He's humongous.
Oh,
we have 3 cats total. He fights the other cats. One looks like she's malnourished and about to die almost. No, she looks better now. She's eating a lot better now. But he kicks her away from the food. So we actually had to move the food recently and everything.
He's very dominant, and all of his habits are because of dominance.
Right.
And it's really disgusting.
I would first ask him, why does he eat all of the food and then throw it up around the basement? Because he does that.
I should have asked that question.
Yeah. He consumes every ounce of food that he can and then just throws it up everywhere because he doesn't want the other cats to eat. That's question 1. Question 2.
That's amazing.
Question 2, why do you got to be such an a-hole?
Yeah.
Because he's an a-hole.
Yep.
And question 3, I would ask all 3 of them. No, actually, I would ask 2 of them because Bam, for whatever reason, is he just doesn't care about anything. You could literally punch the cat in the face, which I have not done, PETA, so take it easy. But you could punch that cat in the face and he'll still hang out with you.
Hold on, could I explain how we know that?
No, I just said that we've never punched him in the face. What do you mean?
But how do you know that he would not care?
Huh? Because I mess his hair up. I do. I give him weird hair rubs.
So I already said he's really dominant. He tries to hurt us, like we're sheep or something. And he will literally run in front of your feet, and I cannot tell you how many times I've kicked him.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll just love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would ask the other 2 cats, why is it that when I walk 2 steps to you, you run the other way? We've lived together for almost 10 years, Valo and Violet. What is happening? This relationship is a lot stronger than this. What's going on?
Yeah, the cat's got a lot of trust issues, man.
Yeah. They really aggravate me because I'll be like, oh, Valo is like my favorite animal on the planet. Okay, most of the time he sleeps next to me. We have a great relationship. He's just a good cat. And I come home, there he is. He's coming up the stairs. I'll walk in, hey Valo, and I'll walk toward him to pet him. Down the basement. Gone. Just gone. And I'm thinking, and I always ask him, where are you going? What are you doing? We're pals. What's going on? And gone. That's
Violet
it.
did that to me today. She's really skittish. Violet, the female, is like the most skittish one. Probably because Bam beats her up all the time. I mean, really. But she was at the food bowl eating today. And I, like, walked to go. Like, I wasn't even near the food bowl. I was probably, like, 5 or 6 feet away from it. I walked to, like, go to the bathroom, which is in the complete opposite direction of the food bowl. And she stops eating. She runs the other way, and I'm like, why? Like, it's just so stupid. Because any other time, like, if I'm sitting on the couch, she comes up right next to me, rubs all over me, is real happy.
So what are 3 questions you would ask a pet?
I have a dog. She lives with my dad.
Don't act all so highfalutin, okay? You didn't like you're better than us because you have a dog.
I'm the first one here that has a dog.
Just because you have an animal that comes to you when it called it, you know, you're not better than us.
The questions are going to be different because cats are much different than dogs.
I guarantee you one of your questions are going to be, why are you so beautiful?
No. But you're close.
Okay.
Because I actually ask her this all the time, but, like, she never answers because she's a dog. Do you know how beautiful you are?
Knew it. Knew it! I called that. Okay.
I always ask her that.
I'm telling you your numbers. That's question 1 because you'll go overboard.
She totally does know how beautiful she is because you can just tell.
What's question 2?
Question 2 is... What is question 2?
Oh, what? What's
I would
question 2?
ask this in front of you.
Okay.
Do you want to live with me?
Okay.
Even though there's a cat that will beat your face in.
Question 3.
I would make her guilt trip you.
You can ask her questions. It doesn't mean she's going to be able to answer and talk to me. Maybe
no, she's talking to you.
Okay. So, a 3rd question.
I'm just. I couldn't ever bring her to live with us because she has a best friend. It's my sister's dog.
What?
They're BFFs.
I know.
They wouldn't be able to, like, live without each other now.
What's number 3?
It makes me really sad because I want to live with Brittany. I would ask her if she could sing me a Britney Spears song.
Dad, come on, be serious. Why is that the 3rd question?
Why? So, can they answer back?
That isn't a part of the question. It doesn't say ask 3 questions
if she could answer
and
back,
it will
I'd make her do a Britney Spears
it
number.
will answer your questions and also sing 90s pop songs to you. That does not happen. Where'd that come from?
Because I always hashtag her pictures. It's Brittany and then the B word.
I know it's the B word, Heather.
What else would I ask her?
No, that's it. There's 3. That was it.
I would ask her what her favorite dessert is.
Good question.
She would answer bananas.
I need to. Why am I doing these questions anymore? So I have a question for you. So how do you come up with your content? How do you come up with what your next video is going to be, TJ Darpino?
Honestly, it's usually between the hours of like 2 and 3 a.m. when my 9-month-old has me up in the middle of the night. And I just sit there with him on my lap while I'm trying to put him back to sleep, and I write down many ideas as I can come up with in the moment, and then just sift through them later on.
Oh!
Come here, buddy.
Speak of the baby, there he is.
Hey! Not this
Hey,
one.
buddy.
Not
hey,
a baby.
Hey. No, he's not a baby. Look at him. He's a big boy.
This one has slept since he was like 3 months old through the entire night, so it's like golden child.
That's
lucky.
awesome. You are very
Well,
lucky.
you were.
But yeah, I mean, basically, I just put myself in the shoes of, a viewer and just say, like, if I was looking to learn this, what kind of video would I try and find, basically?
Yeah, well, that's a good way to come up with it. So it's you're making content that you would actually be interested in.
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome. So I have to ask you the golden question because it hasn't been brought up just yet. And Heather actually asked me that question earlier. And the question with her bad handwriting is, does he collect Funko Pops?
No, I don't. Unfortunately. I like Funko Pops. And I had a little bit of a collection. Okay.
The internet!
I had a collection of Power Ranger Funko Pops because there was a time where I was like, I collected everything Power Rangers. Like, you know how you just like, you focus in on one thing and it just kind of like becomes like, that's it. Like,
absolutely.
I wanted to collect everything, but like, I'm a completionist. So like, I had to have everything Power Rangers. Like, that was like it. So that was like the extent
do you
of my
still
Funko
collect Power Rangers now?
Somewhat. I sold a lot of it when our second son was born, just because we didn't have the space. But I'm guarantee I'm going to be collecting it again once. I think most of the thrill is the hunt of finding the actual stuff. So like having it isn't that important to me. It was like finding it at like a toy show or something. That was like the best part.
Right. So you said you did have Funko Pops that were Power Ranger related.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because now they have a big wave of them coming out. In fact, we just got Tommy without the. Can you hand me that? This one just came in the mail the other day. It's Tommy without the mask on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a cool looking pop.
Yeah, if I came across that in the store, I'd buy it.
Yeah, he's a cool one. Let's see, what else do I have for you? How old is your son?
He just turned 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
the
maybe
fun
he'll be
time.
in a litter box sometime soon.
That's right. He's got to live up to these big shoes that Heather has filled.
They're not that big.
She's got Hulk shoes.
Come here.
Hulk beats. So, what are the next couple of ideas that you have coming up? What can we get ourselves ready for? What's going to be the next thing?
So one of the next things I definitely wanted to do was how to film like a dialogue scene. Like, can it be done with a phone? Basically,
Cool.
Which I kind of already know the answer to because there was a director who actually filmed an entire big budget movie on an iPhone 7 Plus. So it can be done, obviously, but I'm going to show people how to kind of do it. Like maybe get a couple of like different lenses for the phone, so you can recreate some of the like, you know, depth of field type of scenes that you see in like, you know, bigger budget movies and stuff like that.
This is my thing. Like, this is my thing.
I'm so distracted now.
He's having a good time. Well, so we're going to direct our folks here to go and check out your YouTube and check out all your tutorial videos. And also to go into... I can never say tutorial. I don't know why. I said one night I said tutorial.
Yeah,
and everybody
that's
jumped.
all our friends
everybody
say
jumped.
now.
They jumped on my back over that. Tutorial.
Yes.
I said it right that time.
Yeah.
We're going to direct them to your YouTube channel and also your Instagram. And yeah, and I hope that I can learn a little bit more as we continue to watch your content because I know I've already learned a couple things so far.
Yes, buddy.
Mine.
All right, cool.
Mine. All right, TJ. Good. It was good talking to you, man. We'll have you back. We'll have you guys back, or have you back on with us again soon. Okay.
That's what I told
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man. Good night, and tell your little boy good night too.
Here, tell him bye.
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 He has headset on. See you, man.
Thank you.
Later. Hey guys, well, that was fun. We got to hang out and talk to TJ DARPINO. You guys should definitely go and check him out on YouTube and on Instagram. His Instagram's cool. He posts some different photos and things, which is neat. But I think more or less the whole thing that we were trying to direct you guys to for him was the fact that he has some photo and video kind of tutorials placed on his YouTube channel. So you should definitely go and check that out and see what he has to offer. It may help you do whatever you're doing now. I know for a fact I'm always looking for more information about how to take photos because I love taking pop photos right now. Like I've been doing that, I don't know, a little over a year, I guess, like off and on. That's something I really enjoy. And I try to find channels like his. And he's a local guy, local in Maryland. So I thought he was a perfect choice of a person to talk to about that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I like talking a little bit more about his background with film and photography and all that kind of stuff. So definitely go and check out his YouTube channel and check out his Instagram. I think we've already passed that along, but we'll pass it along again soon. Heather is cooler than Chris. That is, I can 100% agree with you on that, because I would not marry anything less. Whoever I marry has to be a little bit cooler than me.
Okay.
That's why she's cooler.
No, I'm cooler because I'm cooler. You're just choosing to spend the rest of your life with me.
No, you got cooler when you got with me.
Nah.
Because my vibes. I put off cool vibes. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And you're picking up my chill, cool vibe. People say that weekend vibes. Are we having weekend vibes?
Well, it's the weekend.
Are we having vibes? I don't know what vibes are. Good vibes? We're having good vibes?
Sure.
Let's have vibes. Guys, what's interesting is we're doing 2 interviews this weekend. Tonight, of course, was TJ. And Sunday is a live with Jason Swoboda. Yep, do that yawning. That's right. Sunday will be on live with Jason Swoboda. It's going to be different than what you're seeing here. And the reason being... shaking my pen around. Can you hear that? The reason being is because Jason will actually be here with us in person. Huh? He'll be here in person to hang out, to show him around a little bit while he's here, talk to him about his collecting. Now, Jason has been collecting Funko Pops since literally the birth of Funko. He's been collecting Pops, Wobblers, you name it, he has it. And he has an excellent, excellent collection, which we'll show off. And he's going to talk about Fanatics Day Out, which he put on in Maryland. Was it 2018? In 2018, that we attended, that we actually have a video up about on the Gastlecast YouTube. So if you want to know what that is, they did it in a bunch of cities, the Fanatics Day Out, and it was so much fun. They gave away a lot of free stuff, and it was cool. So I suggest that you look that video up because it's a very fun video. Additionally, Jason will be here to talk about that. And then he's also probably going to talk about his comic book, which is mainly why he's going to be coming. He actually has a comic book that he's releasing very soon that I think he co-wrote it.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, he co-wrote it, and we actually have, we have our advertisement in his comic book. He asked us for some logo and, advertisement kind of information. So her friend actually drew something up for us, and we passed it along to Jason, and it's going to be printed. And I cannot wait for that. Gastlecast stuff right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ow! Man, that ring.
I know, it's real big.
Oh, man, that hurt. I didn't like that at all. That wasn't fun. It was supposed to be fun. So, yes, it'll be fun. And by the way, just a heads up, if you didn't see it on Instagram, look what we got today.
Oh, I want to show you guys what I got. Well, what Chris got me. But
What,
yeah,
that's cool. What, are you taking all my fire? I'm right here. I'm having a good time. Come on, can you give me a second, please?
I need to unbox it. Yours doesn't have a box.
So this was sent to me today, which is awesome. Well, we received it today. So I actually asked Heather, because I started seeing people posting photos of receiving this guy on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. And I asked Heather, I go, did we vote for that? I couldn't remember. You know, if we voted for Funko being Toy of the Year, was it?
Yeah,
Is
the
that what it was?
minis.
Minis being Toy of the Year.
I voted for it.
I voted for it, apparently. I didn't realize that.
I don't know if you voted for it or if you just sent in your information, because later they prompted you for information. And I remember I sent you the information.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was that. I don't know. But anyway, they sent me one. I thought they were going to send one to you. Because when I opened the mailbox today, there's a little bag in there. And I was like, I guarantee you it's a little Freddy. And I just asked about it this morning. It was really just weird. I come home from asking that question from the gym, and we have one. Yeah, we do. Just J35. Yeah, so this guy's cool. It's a little mini dude. And it almost seems like everybody and their brother, whoever voted on the thing or sent their information in, got one. Because tons and tons and tons of people local got this guy today, it seemed like. Actually.
Yeah, he's really cool.
He is cool.
It's really annoying, though, because I remember filling that out and I remember voting. But I don't have one.
Well, you might get yours tomorrow.
No, I don't have it coming.
You don't?
No.
At all. Nathan says, now watch it go on eBay now for a few hundred to a few thousand. I don't think so. I think these are going to be relatively common. I think a lot of people have these already. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Ian. Welcome. Ian is actually a part of the band American Jet Set, which is the intro to all of our Gastlecast lives. We're playing his song Monster. Ian is a great guy. His band is a great band. If you want to, go to SoundCloud and look up American Jet Set, and you can find their music. Actually, I think it's Big Cartel. If you go type in Big Cartel and then American Jet Set, you can download their album for free. It's 5 tracks. It's fantastic. I wouldn't steer you wrong. You know that. I think you know that. And they'll actually be around here live, I think in March, which I'm totally going to. I haven't seen Ian in a long time, and I want to catch up with him. Heather, why don't you show off the pop that you have there?
I'm really excited.
I picked up a pop for Heather, and it's very exciting.
So what's really annoying about this is he knew I wanted this.
Uh-huh.
And he sent me a message, and he said...
Sorry, hold on. It's Bandcamp. It's not Big Cartel. I was wrong. Sorry. Bandcamp, American
Big Cartel,
Jet Set.
I think,
Big Cartel is like where
t-shirts.
Bands sell their merchandise, typically. So Bandcamp, American Jet Set, go and download the album. It's free, and I think it also gives you a choice to send them a couple dollars too. So you can do that as well and help out the band. So there you go. Boom. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clear that up.
It's okay. So...
Hey, Jenna. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
So... the other day, Chris texts me, and he says, I got you a little something. I got you a surprise. And I said, aw, thanks. Even though I didn't know what it was. Sometimes I'm thanking him for something that I don't even care about. Like, I always pre-thank him, and then when I see it, I'm just like...
Are you trying to tell me that I get you things, and you're, like, not really happy about it, but you're, like, thankful anyway?
Do you remember the red Keurig?
That red Keurig was exactly like the black Keurig, but it was
red.
$30 off, okay? So just let it go. I know it was red, but it was a little cheaper, and it was an excellent machine. Let's just continue with the conversation.
I hate the color red.
Okay, that's okay.
Like, So I like red. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like red in appliances, and I don't like red in a lot of things.
I don't think anybody else did either. That's why it was $30 off.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what do you have there?
Okay. So anyway.
Yes, I did put the bag in the trash can.
No, he did not. I did.
No, I mean I did the other day, because I had to. So I took the trash out the other day, and I forgot to put a bag in. This was on our Facebook, and Heather blew me up on Facebook. Like literally in front of everybody, which turned out to be hilarious. But I did replace the bag, but I don't always do it.
He never does it. I think he's done it like twice in the 4 years we've been together.
Twice.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Like, I literally, I threw, if you eat avocado, you know what I'm talking about. I threw like a little bit of avocado in the trash because it was like the brown part. Like, I only eat half an avocado when I eat avocado. And
is it avocado or avocado? Why are you saying it like that?
That's how I say it.
How do you say it?
Avocado?
Avocado. Okay, go ahead.
So, it gets a little bit brown on the top, and I don't want to eat the brown.
Take
so
a vote. Do you say avocado, or avocado? Go ahead.
Okay,
let's take a poll.
Anyway, I sort of like scooped a little bit of brown off the top, and I like threw it in the trash, and like avocado just goes everywhere, like all on the inside of the trash can. And I was like, oh my god,
I'm gonna throw up.
So yeah, that's why it was a big deal. It's always a big deal because I yell at him every single time he does it. I'm like, can you put a freaking trash bag in here? Because I cannot tell you how many times I have like a little bit of stuff left over on my plate, and I go to just like put it in the trash, and there's no bag.
Okay, so let me give you the other side of this. Heather literally never takes the bag out of the trash can, and when I say never, I mean that I'll come home from work and she has been home like most of the day. The trash can lid almost looks like it's about to snap off. There is so much in that trash can that I can't even push it down anymore.
Can I tell you something?
And there's like meat. It's like she took like old food and dumped it on top. It's like really gross. It looks like a trash heap, or like it looks horrible is what it looks like. And you don't ever grab the trash bag and try to take it out.
Can I tell you something?
She will yell at me for not putting the bag in.
Can I tell you something?
Where is the justice? I want justice.
Can I tell you something?
What?
It's a test. I just want to see how many times I can do that until you actually put the frickin' bag in the trash.
Get out of here. No,
It
you know
really
what
is.
Heather, you know what else? The door, so we hang a bag on the door. Now we're getting into some personal stuff. Are you thankful for this? Are you sorry now that this all got brought up? She hangs a
Thank you,
bag.
Ryan.
She hangs a bag on the door, and we put all of our recyclables in there. This bag, you should see when I come home. You should see this bag when I come home. It looks like if you just touch it with your finger, the whole thing's just going to explode and take the door off. It's insane. Why don't you take that out? You're not teaching me a lesson with that, and I know that.
Okay, I have to tell you something. It is really cold in our garage, and I just don't feel like going in there.
This is why all these things are happening.
Yes.
Okay.
So can I tell them the rest of the story?
Well, then you should be okay with me not putting a trash bag in there.
I'm not.
Okay, well, just go ahead with this, Pop. Now I got a sour taste in my mouth. Now I got a sour puss.
What does that mean?
I got a sour puss.
I do not like that.
A sour taste in my mouth.
Ew. Don't say those words ever again.
That's an old saying, sour puss. Like
I know, but like I don't like it.
All right, go ahead. Show off your pop.
Okay. So the other day, he's like, "Oh, I got you a surprise. I got you a surprise." And I was
now,
like,
hold on. Let me slow you down for a second. You have to
Oh my
sing the song.
God.
You have to sing the song that she's doing in this.
"No.
mold. You have to.
No.
Come on, just say the one tag, not the whole song, but just the one like.
Anyway, back to my story. So later in the day comes, and I ask, he posts a video on Instagram, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got Colonel Sanders, and I got
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol," and I text him, and I said, "Did they happen to get Britney Spears in?" And he said, "Told you I had a surprise for you later." And like he ruined the surprise, so I was like really upset. I was like honestly bummed out about that, cause I like to be surprised.
That was your story?
No, my story is, look, he got me a Britney Spears Funko Pop.
Now you got to do the song part.
No. Can you
Come
do
on.
it? You're better at singing.
You're really good at this part. Come on. You can do it.
No, what are you doing?
Huh? Does it say it on the box?
I don't think so.
I'm a slave for you.
You do that really good.
I know. I sing that in the shower sometimes alone. It's not weird.
It is weird.
No, it's not. By the
But
way,
yeah, I really like this pop.
I have to say that my very favorite, I said this the other day, I think. My very favorite musician pop is definitely Billy Idol, and I don't think anything will ever top it. Not even if they bring out a Ghost one. Because I think Ghost, I think Ghost ones would be cool, and I would want it. But that Billy Idol is definitely my favorite. It's the greatest. Hands down. That's it. You okay?
Yeah, I'm hearing things.
Yeah, you're here. You are hearing things. You okay now?
Yeah.
You come back to Earth?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wanted this pop. I picked it up for you, and I told you about it, and that really upset you.
Well, yeah, because I wanted it to be a surprise.
Hey, sorry, Heather, but you started asking questions, and I didn't know what else to do. You painted me in a corner because guess what? If I did not tell her I got it, she probably would have went out and bought it.
No, I wouldn't have. I was busy.
Or asking people to buy it for you because you have friends that go out and run around.
It's a common pop. What
I don't
do
know.
I care?
Do you think you can go pick up that Britney Spears?
No, I don't care that much.
You got
I just
that?
wanted it.
You got that Britney Spears?
You're so stupid.
Okay. Well, guys, like I mentioned before, wow. Oh, I'm so tired. I might actually go live right after this and play some Resident Evil. Would anybody be interested in that? Because I might play some Resident Evil live and just play the opening part and maybe play like a half hour or so because I've been really... You got anybody got that Resident Evil? Got that Resident Evil? So I'll go live and play for a little bit. I think it'll be fun. That demo was awesome, and I can't wait to see what the full game is. Do you want to hang out with me while I play RE2?
For a little bit.
What?
For a little bit.
We do have to finish our 13 Reasons Why tonight. That was my teenage little girl excitement. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm going to go and get ready and set up so we can go live and play a little bit of Resident Evil 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be cool.
But again, we'll be back live on Sunday. Oh, by the way, I did want to ask this. Chris, shush. What, am I too loud? Am I talking too much? I always talk too much. We will post a video this weekend. I want to post a video of a couple of new Gremlin NECA figures that I picked up while I was at All Time Toys on Wednesday. I picked up, I think you guys saw it if you watched the live or went back and watched it later. I picked up Stripe and I picked up the Ultimate Gremlin that we actually ended up giving, or All Time Toys actually gave away. So I'm going to go and do a video about unboxing them and kind of doing something a little different with it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys tune in and check that out. And then we'll be live on Sunday.
We have a cool giveaway coming up eventually.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to mention this giveaway. So what we want to do, if we can reach 2,500 subscribers, if you guys are able to help us, because we need your help, because I'm not so good with the marketing thing, but I'll try to get better. If you guys can help share us out there, if we reach 25 subscribers, our good pal Jason at All Time Toys is going to give away a Mezco figure. We have not selected a Mezco figure yet, but I will guarantee you it's going to be an awesome Mezco figure.
Well, yeah, because all Mezco is awesome.
Yes, they are. If you do not know what Mezco figures are, Mezco figure 112s, look them up, and I think they're going to blow your socks off. They're really cool. Additionally, if we reach 5K,
Ooh, Jetta's going to be really excited about this one.
If we reach 5K, he's going to give away a Hot Toys, and he's going to give away a Mezco figure. So Mezco figure for 2,500.
No,
Hot Toys.
I think the deal was Mezco at 2.5K.
That's what I'm saying, both. So both are in
and Hot Toys at 5K.
Right, okay, gotcha.
I don't think we can grow that much in the time that we see Jason next.
And with the Hot Toys, Jason and I and Heather will put our minds together and we will select what Hot Toys it is. The same with the Mezco. So those are the two big gigantic giveaways that we have. So we're gonna try to share this as much as we can. So we need your help. So help us out. We really appreciate it. Live back on Sunday with Jason Swoboda. Awesome guy. Do not miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be live at, what time? 8? We'll be live at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. we'll be live to hang out with you guys. Come with questions about Funko. This is a guy who actually has been out to Everett, Washington. He's been to the headquarters. He's been to the old headquarters. He's been to a lot of the Fun Days celebrations. He's been a fan since '99, I think. He's been to some of the original Fun Days celebrations that they had over in San Diego or California or Washington, wherever they were prior to San Diego Comic-Con. Again, I don't know much of the history, but thank God he's going to be here because we'll learn together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you on Sunday. Heather, do you have anything else to say? Because my voice is blown. Because I need to set up for now the other live. Resident Evil 2, yes!
I'm really excited.
I am too.
No, there's nothing else I have to say.
Else?
Just share us
Heather,
with your friends.
Heather's typing. Typing out a whole bunch of stuff to people. Guys, thank you. We will be live here in about 10 minutes or so playing Resident Evil 2. We'll see you there. Thank you. Love you. Oh, by the way, yes, Jetta would love to do that. Another mystery exchange would be awesome. If you want to come up with what the mystery should be, that's fine. You tell us what you want the mystery will be, and then we'll go out. I
forgot all about that with all this like interview stuff. I like totally forgot about the mystery boxes. That's like my favorite thing.
I know, and it's our favorite thing, Jetta. So we would love to do that. So let's talk about it. Thank you guys. If we can get a wee hunt together down here in the bottom, that would be great, and let us all know how much you love the Gastlecast and all that kind of good stuff. Yes, Resident Evil, yes. And our good friend Jetta is here. And you guys already know him. I was going to say he's an awesome channel, but you already know him. And Blazing Pops, by the way, awesome channel as well. You guys need to go and check out Blazing Pops. You see their name there. Go and check them out. Tasha also has a cool channel about Walking Dead.
Yes.
Tasha.
Blazing Pops is coming on with us, right?
Yes, Blazing Pops will be coming on live with us.
Sweet.
And I'm getting my questions prepared now. It's going to be awesome.
I'm really excited for them.
I know. Me too. Love you guys, but love Heather more. And everybody loves Heather more. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. Okay. we'll be live. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys, to play some Resident Evil 2. If you want to come and hang out, come and hang out. If not, we'll see you on Sunday, okay? We take the trash out together. That's excellent. I need that on a shirt.
You know, it really
Right
is
away.
together because you pull it out and I put the bags back in.
That sounds so dirty out of context.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Love ya.